Hi, I'm Lauren Leslie. Welcome to Shell Point today for Thursday, September 4th. We'll hear about an upcoming dining event at the Palm Grill. Anna Smith has some advice about check fraud, and we'll get a construction update from Adam Hines. We've got some great stuff happening today, so stay with us. First, we do want to remind you about an opportunity you have for a little fun and fitness. As we grow older, it's not uncommon for us to find ourselves spending more time in various doctor's appointments. It might even feel like you and your doctor are practically best friends given how much time you spend with them. But how often do you actually get the chance to interact with them on a personal basis? Our Shell Point physicians are some of the best in their respective fields, and they also care about getting to know you more. To accommodate that, they are hosting a Walk with the Docs event tomorrow. Lace up your walking shoes and join them on an exhilarating 1.5-mile walk around the island. You're going to have the opportunity to get to know them better while also getting more physically fit. The group will be meeting tomorrow at 7 o'clock in the morning at the Village Church, Port Cochere. Also, tomorrow is Food Truck Friday. It is always fun to try a new food that might be a bit out of the ordinary from your normal dining routine. Our activities team loves finding fun food trucks for our Friday lunches. Each week, you're going to be able to try a new lunch menu. Tomorrow's truck is called Between the Buns and features some new takes on burgers, hot dogs, and more. Come out to the Tribute tomorrow between 11 o'clock in the morning and 1 o'clock in the afternoon for Food Truck Friday. Well, now let's move to our feature stories of the day. Have you ever found yourself bit by the travel bug? Are you the kind of person who dreams about traveling the world, finding new sights, sounds, and smells? Well, then this next segment is for you. The folks over at the Palm Grill would like to transport you to the streets of Paris for a dining event that you won't soon forget. Let's head over there now to learn more.
Hi Shell Point, Jenny Walker here, and I am at the Palm Grill today, and we have been busy planning a special themed dinner for you. This is going to be called an Evening in Paris, and it's a French themed dinner. This is going to be taking place on Thursday, September 25th, starting at 4:30. We'll have live music, and Chef Justin is preparing a multi-coursed plated menu just for you. Let's go see what he's cooking. Hi, Chef Justin.
Hey, what's up?
We were just talking about our special evening in Paris, and we were hoping to hear a little bit more about the menu.
Yeah, of course. So we're going to start off with a foie gras as an amuse-bouche, which is a fancy French way of saying like a pre-appetizer. Okay, and then for the first course, get a choice of escargot or vichyssoise, chilled potato soup, classic. Entree, we have tournedos rossini, coquille Saint-Jacques, duck confit, or coq au vin. And then for dessert, we have a choice of cherry clafouti or just some beignets.
Wow, ooh la la, that sounds amazing.
Oui.
And again, the date for this event is Thursday, September 25th. This all starts at 4:30 p.m. and we cannot wait to see you there. Bon appetit.
Oui.
Coming up next, we have a construction update from Vice President of Operations, Adam Hines.
Well, greetings, Shell Point. It's been a couple weeks, so I wanted to give you an update on what's happening here on the island expansion and redevelopment project. The last time we gave you an update, we were going to work on the close the parking lots of the Island Commons for the delivery of the hollow core planks for the Island Commons building. Well, since then, the schedule's changed a little bit, and so the plan is for next week, the 8th, correct? Starting on the 8th, Monday the 8th. Julie, why don't you just take us through what the days are right now? And John, I know it's subject to change.
Okay.
Okay. Go ahead.
So right now the plan is to shut the rear parking lot to the Island Commons on Monday the 8th and Tuesday the 9th. Then we will shift and shut down the use of the front parking lot at the Island Commons on Wednesday the 10th and Thursday the 11th. The Island Commons will still be open. It'll be accessible. Just parking lots won't be available for use for your cars or golf carts.
Right. Okay. And the reason for that is because the trucks, the trailers are going to pull in and then back into the site of the Island Commons. And as you can see from the site and where we are just right across the street, it's really tight in there. And so we need the space to back the trucks up. And again, there will be flagmen on site to control traffic. And as the trucks are backing across Grandview, Grandview will be closed on both sides, but that won't take long because once he's backing up, it's a straight shot, right?
It's a straight shot. It should only take a couple of minutes. No different than how we handle traffic almost every day here on Grandview Road.
Yep. But remember, there's going to be multiple trailer deliveries. So as one is delivering and they unload, there probably will be another one right behind it. So that'll continue through for the 2 days here at the Island Commons site. So we just wanted to update you on that. John, it could change, right? As most things
it could
these
change.
days.
I mean, you know, we're still here in the rainy season, so
Yep.
but that's what we anticipate happening right now, and everything is on that schedule. So hopefully next week we'll be able to achieve that milestone of actually basically setting the second floor out on the east side of the building.
Yep.
That's a big milestone for the project.
Yep. And if it does change, we'll certainly do our best to communicate that through an Omni alert, through a community update, just to let everyone know and make you aware of those changes. So with that, anything else on traffic patterns right now?
No, I think we're doing pretty well.
Yeah, it seems to be going fine, and the project's moving along.
Project's moving along.
Yeah. So we'll take you through, give you an update here in a minute on both Vista K and the Island Commons. But wanted Julie, as everybody knows, when Julie's around, we're going to have a traffic issue. So she'll take care of it, though, and we'll communicate to everybody on that. So now we'll give you an update on the Island Commons. Well, John and I are here at the Island Commons site and the Vista K site as well. We'll give you an update on both projects. And John, the Island Commons is full speed ahead, it looks like.
We are going. You can see behind us that the concrete beams, the plywood, and all the formwork is progressing from the east side, coming over to the west. So we're standing on the extreme west side. So it's going to be over here in about 2 weeks. And then again, that's where the hollow core planks are going to go from the east over to the west. And we've explained that before. And then all of a sudden, once we put the hollow core planks on the east side, we're going to be going vertical. So you're going to be showing and seeing columns and beams and the whole process repetitive, pretty much just like we're doing with the tower, okay? So everything is on schedule, it's progressing well. Where we are actually standing right now is going to be where there's going to be a drop-off, a driveway drop-off for the public to actually enter the Islands Common project.
Yep.
So this is very exciting. It's like I've said before, it's like putting a big puzzle together. Rick and I know where all the pieces go, and that's how we build the building.
That's great. And then so the drop-off is essentially just after the FPL vault.
Correct.
But on the site. So it gives you a good sense of it when you look at the drone shots and the footage from the on ShellPoint TV, you can kind of see. So right behind us, as John mentioned, is the foundation for that drop-off area.
Right.
Yep. So, okay. So we got about how many guys on site for the Island Commons?
We've got roughly 60 guys on site for the Islands Common.
And how about for Vista K?
Vista K, we're running about 150 people. Everything from plumbers, electricians, to pipe fitters, formwork guys, rebar guys. We got almost every trade on the job site out here now. We got masons, and actually we're probably going to show you here in just a little bit where we started actually putting up the interior walls of the units themselves.
That's great.
So,
well, good.
Looking at the tower, you can see that where we are is up on the 8th floor. And that upper deck, we're actually going to be pouring that last section of concrete tomorrow morning. It's going to be another early AM pour, but that's going to allow us to basically go back up. So right now, if you can see on top of the 8th floor, you got columns and such, and they're getting ready to actually start forming the 9th floor. So work is progressing very well. It's on schedule. And in the long run here, just early December, we're going to be topping out the entire structure. So that means not only the 12th floor will be in place, but the roof above the 12th floor will be in place. So that's a big major milestone for the project.
That's great. And then back to the Island Commons real quick. You think structure-wise topping out would be early in 2026?
Yes, it'll be within the first quarter, probably
Yep.
within January or February right now.
Okay, that's great. And all right, well, yeah, I was gone last week, and I can see a difference already in both projects. So I know I've heard from several residents who were gone for the summer and have come back and really are surprised at all the work that is being done and the amount of work that has been completed. So it's great.
Okay.
Real quick, I just want to talk about and clear up any rumors. A couple of weeks ago, we did have a lightning strike on the Vista K building. I think it was, and the lightning during one of the storms, and this is why John and his staff are so good about, monitoring the weather and pulling the guys off the building. And so you want to just talk a little bit about that, what happened? And
Sure.
I will say, just before John speaks, John and I were on the phone. Justin Schiff, our Director of Project Development, was on the phone. Security, everybody did a great job. The fire department responded. Now, they happened to be here, their one engine, for another call. They were on campus, so that helped out with that. But then there was 2 more engines came, and everybody, as far as the communication, I think did a great job. And White's and the staff there responded and were on site and handled the situation, I think, very professionally. So you just want to talk about what happened? And
I think we all know that during this summer we've had a unique summer with a lot of rain and a lot of lightning. There has been days, and our protocol is we monitor the lightning, and if it's within 10 miles of the job site, we shut down the job site. We take all the guys and get them off the outside areas so that they're protected against the lightning. And then after 10 miles, the lightning has passed, then we restart the project.
but right now, if the guys come off the top, they'll maybe go underneath and do work.
They're able to work underneath the
Yep.
building.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
But what occurred 2 weeks ago, we all went home at 5:30, clear skies, and then the report is somewhere close between about 6:45. There was a lightning strike that actually hit the 7th floor on the wood formwork. And the report goes that a resident identified some smoke, spoke to the firemen responded. They actually came here, put out the fire, and what occurred was minimal damage. And actually it took us 1 day to fix the damage, and we were able to pour the following day. So we poured concrete the following day. So thank you all for looking after the job site and help us facilitate the construction.
Yep.
That was a win-win for all of us, so thank you.
Yep. It went fine. It happened. And when things like that happen, how do you respond? And I think they did a great job. And as John said, there was really virtually no delay. The materials that were damaged happened to be replacement materials were on site, correct?
Correct.
Because we're working on, you do, what is it, 6, 7, 8, 9, it's the same. So the materials were here. So they used some of those materials on the site, got them going. We're able to keep the schedule with the concrete pours. And so great job.
Right.
And so we appreciate that. And we appreciate the residents who are calling that in to the call center and to 911 and got the emergency personnel out here to handle the situation. All right,
Good.
Anything else to update for this week?
We have started framing on the L1, which is the first living floor. We've actually started installing the metal studs, and now you can start to see the units themselves. So that's an exciting another milestone that is underway.
Yep. And in future updates, John and I were just talking, once you get up in the building, we'll take you into apartments and the amenity room, the mail room, take you to different sections of the building. And especially once the elevators are operating, that would be the key to this whole thing, right?
Well, actually right now it's planned to where we're going to have what we call in the construction business a buck hoist. And what that is, it's an elevator that's mounted to the exterior side of the building. That's how we get materials up into the building. And right now that is scheduled to be in place and operational in about 2 weeks. So that's another milestone that we are achieving on the project.
There we go. And the ShellPoint TV guys are smiling. I'm not sure why, but that way they don't have to climb the ladders. So, all right, John, thanks a lot. I appreciate it.
Okay.
Thank you all very much. And just one other quick update on campus. On the island is that thanks to a generous donation from a resident, we are starting to replace the Orchid House, which was damaged during Hurricane Ian. And the demo is scheduled to begin this week. And the Orchid House has been ordered, and Wright Construction is doing the work for us. So they've done a lot of work around ShellPoint over the years. And so they're taking care of that. My understanding is that the Orchid House company that is in Texas, they have a couple installations in Montana or Wyoming, and they need to get those completed this month before it snows there, and they can't do the installation. So that schedule is ongoing, but the work is beginning, and that is in progress. Just wanted everyone to know that. So thank you all very much, and we'll be back with you with another update next week. Thank you.
It seems like every time you turn around, there's another fraudster trying to scam you out of your hard-earned money. Fortunately, the experts at FineMark Bank are always on the lookout for frauds and scams. Today, Anna Smith has some advice about how to avoid check fraud.
Hello, I'm Anna Smith, Managing Executive of FineMark Bank on the island. In today's FineMark Minute, we want to make sure you stay ahead of the latest scams. Beware of check scams. If you think check fraud is a thing of the past, think again. Criminals are using AI, mobile apps, and sophisticated printing tools to pull off check scams that look shockingly real. Common types of check fraud: mail theft and check washing. One of the oldest tricks is still one of the most common. Fraudsters steal checks directly from the mail and then use chemicals to wash the check and erase the original details. They then rewrite the check with a new payee and a much higher amount, often cashing it before the fraud is discovered. Counterfeit checks. With an account and routing number, you can easily be pulled away from the checks, and scammers use advanced software and printers to create near-perfect replicas. These fake checks can be used to make unauthorized payments or withdrawals that appear legitimate at first glance. Mobile deposit fraud. Digital convenience comes with new risk. Fraudsters deposit fake or duplicate checks through mobile banking apps and quickly move the funds before banks can detect the fraud. Once the check bounces, the money and the scammers are long gone. So how do you protect yourself? While tactics are evolving, there are simple, effective steps you can take to reduce your risk. Don't mail checks from your home mailbox. Use a secure USPS drop box or deliver them directly inside a post office. Whenever possible, pay electronically. Fewer physical checks means fewer opportunities for fraud. Online bill pay and ACH transfers are safer alternatives. Use a gel pen when writing checks. Gel ink is more resistant to chemical washing. Shred old checks and financial documents. Dumpster diving is still a threat, especially when it comes to account information. Monitor your accounts. Regularly set up alerts for unusual activity and report anything suspicious immediately. Stay one step ahead. Check fraud costs consumers and businesses billions of dollars each year, while bank technology providers and law enforcement continue to prevent fraud. The best defense is often your own awareness. By reducing your reliance on paper checks, securing your outgoing mail, and keeping a close eye on your accounts, you can help protect yourself from even the most advanced scams. If you have any questions, please give us a call at 239-461-5999 or stop by our office on the island. We are always happy to help.
Hello, Shell Point. This is your Academy and Volunteer Manager, David Nelson. Today I'm joined by Director of Resident Life, John High.
Hey, good
John.
to be with you. Good to be with you, Shell Point.
Thanks for joining me today.
Yeah, thank you, Dave.
We have an upcoming Academy class on the book Growing Bolder. Now, we met Mark Middleton in April. He was our keynote speaker at the Volunteer Appreciation Luncheon. Mark wrote this book, Growing Bolder, and there's going to be a presentation through the Academy on this. Tell the residents a little bit about the book and why it should be important for them to attend.
Yeah, thanks, David. Yeah, no, we kind of got connected with Mark Middleton and this book, and we handed out over 300 copies of it at the Volunteer Appreciation Luncheon. So many of our residents have it, and then I got into it and started reading it, and it's not, I wouldn't say life-changing, but it was just life-affirming to me in what we do in resident life here at Shell Point to say, you know, I think we're doing some good things and just some ideas and just ways for us to just encourage and help motivate and push our residents to just keep being active, and this idea of growing bolder. And, there's a lot of examples of things that people have done, and it doesn't mean you have to jump out of a plane or you have to run a marathon or any of those things. It's what is it that you think is holding you back, and what do you need for us to push you forward to try something and do it, right? And in his book, it talks about 3 really important things as you grow older, right? You need to maintain socialization and being active and connected to a community. And I think that's an important thing that we have here at Shell Point with all of our groups and clubs, all of our academy classes, the fitness classes, all those things play an important role in the idea of, I'm not just going to the class, I'm also seeing people, talking to people, connecting with them. The second area is just exercise. And he calls it rigorous exercise. And just like, okay, yes, I've gone to a certain class and I do this and I have, that's good. However, is there something I could be doing more, right? I'm in sit and fit class. Should I go to sit and stand? Or I'm in this, could I do something different with my workouts? And so rigorous, and then the third area is just cognitive growth and development. And there he really focuses on this idea of creativity and trying things and, whether it's arts and music or wood shop or, pottery, all that. He's just like, these are things that are going to help you as you grow older to stay cognitively intact, exercise, obviously, our body, be able to do these things, and then just that connectivity things that we need. And just when I read that in this book, I was like, man, oh man, this is just, in our meetings, we talk about this, and I'm like, he's hitting the mark on it. And I think it's great that you're going to lead a book review on this. And I think it's just a really good opportunity for our Shell Point residents to get involved.
Yeah, I love that he uses the word age span, right? I mean, health span, lifespan, age span. How can we live as healthy as we can for as long as we can each and every single day. So I'm really excited to be able to expand upon that. I'm excited to be able to share with the residents just a brief summary, but also some roundtable discussions. This is going to be a little bit different of an academy class. Yes, we're going to summarize the book, but we're going to have some roundtable discussions and have some conversations and maybe even some questions to be able to interact, to talk about, how are you living like a rock star? Mark talks about living like a rock star. What does that mean here at Shell Point? What does that mean for individuals? How do they live like a rock star? How do they live like that the rest of their life here on this campus? How are they preparing themselves, their body, their minds, to live into their mid to late 90s, into their hundreds, into their, into the teens in their hundreds. And so what are residents doing to prepare for that life? So super excited to be able to present the book. And then, hey, guess what? Mark's actually going to live stream
That's
in.
right. You
So
said that. Nice.
Mark's going to live stream in the second half of the class and then be able to answer any questions for the residents.
Sure.
Him being the author of this book, but him also being the president and CEO of Growing Bolder. And him being on this campus, a few months ago, and his continuous involvement here at Shell Point, he's going to be able to talk to the residents firsthand, just his experience about writing the book, but also his experience about senior aging and living. And he travels around the world and learns about people in their 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, and 100s. What are they doing every single day to age well, right? And have that health span as opposed to more of a lifespan. So super excited about it. Thanks for joining me today. Thanks for reading the book. I love it. You and I's camaraderie on this book and our kind of passion for Growing Bolder and how we can always help Shell Point residents. So I look forward to the class and I appreciate you being here today.
Great. Thank you for having me.
Shell Point residents, as a reminder, Growing Bolder. That is an academy class on Thursday, September 25th, 1 p.m. in the Grand Cypress Room. Plenty of seats still available. Sign up through WellZesta or See Your Concierge. We look forward to seeing you there. Have a great rest of your day, Shell Point.
Don't forget, you can always catch the birthdays, anniversaries, memorials, and other announcements on Channel 12, where you will also find hours of additional Shell Point programming every day. Today we have a fitness session at 9 a.m., 1 p.m., and 6 p.m., a medical breakthroughs program at 10 a.m., 2 p.m., and 8 p.m., a presentation titled Churchill, Muse of History at 11 a.m., a class about the Louvre at 3 p.m., and a program about idioms airs at 7 p.m. All of this, of course, you can catch on Channel 12. Thanks for watching, everyone. Come on back tomorrow for more news and fun here on Shell Point Today. Until then, we hope you stay well, stay happy, and of course, enjoy your day.